Superstar.
Superstar.
Yeah. Does that change the way you see yourself when people call you that?
Not really. There was always people saying that here's the next Guy Lafleur or next Wayne Gretzky when I was in juniors and stuff like that, and they were calling me superstar already, so it's been with me for a long, long time.
Now, you made a heck of a commitment. You know, when you were 16, you quit school, you said you'd devote all your time to hockey.
Yeah, I think it was a gamble from my part, but it was calculated. I knew that I had a pretty good chance to make it as a pro, play for at least 15 years in the National Hockey League if I stay healthy.
Do you worry, though? I mean, you must have, grade 10?
Yeah, it was grade 10 when I quit.
Quitting wasn't difficult. After all, he started hockey before he started school in Ville-Émard, Montreal. Fame brings obligations you don't learn about on the rink or in 10 years of schooling in Ville-Émard.
But see, I want you to tell me now what you really think of fame, because you got a reputation of being shy, sort of like valuing your privacy and not particularly going out of your way to cultivate fame or celebrity.
Yeah, I tend to stay away from the spotlight as much as possible. That's why I don't do too many of these interviews a year. You know, my personal life, my privacy is very important to me, and that's why I don't let people get close to me. I have very few friends here in Pittsburgh that are very close to me, and it's very difficult for me sometimes to talk to people in public, social life, in parties or banquets and stuff like that. I'm not really good at it.
You see, privacy has a price, and in your case, it has involved people saying, well, Lemieux is aloof.
Yeah, I just don't pay too much attention to that. I know that the people that are close to me, my family, my friends, know my character, and they know what I'm all about, and that's the most important thing to me. You know, there's a lot of different things that people are going to say about you, and you can't stop them from saying that.
He's comfortable with the image of the anti-hero, but somewhere in that low-key private persona, there lurks a tough businessman with a sharp sense of his own worth. $42 million in a 7-year contract. Now, the Pittsburgh Penguins know there's no way they can sell enough hockey tickets to pay that kind of a salary. Mario, the hockey superstar, must somehow become Mario, the super salesman.
Mario Lemieux, the perfect representative for your company.
At the business end of the Penguins hockey team, men in suits spend a lot of time figuring out how to capitalize on Mario's fame.
And of course, number one in the world is Michael Jordan. But the surprising factor to us this year is number two, Mario Lemieux, in the whole world.
Richard Shimura, vice president of marketing for the team, makes deals with companies that want to use Mario's name. A credit card company, a car rental agency, and he's just introducing a Mario chocolate bar.
And between March 10th and today, they've sold over 6 million candy bars. And it doesn't have full distribution. History-making first-time order into Canada. 11 tractor-trailer loads. Last Friday went through customs.
Merchandising conjures up images of Mario dressing up in a penguin suit. Isn't there a danger that this degrades Mario, degrades his gifts, and degrades the game?
No, and I'll disagree with that, because we're very selective with the avenues that we travel with Mario Lemieux, so that nothing is done without Mario's approval. It's funny you mentioned a penguin suit, because there was an opportunity for him to do a commercial dressed as a penguin. Mid-6 figures. We walked away from it.
Whose initiative was it to walk away from it? Who said no?
Mario.
Mario said no.
Sure.
See the little blimp high above the crowd in Pittsburgh's Civic Arena. Richard Shimura will put your company's name on it for $100,000. A down payment, perhaps, on a future Mario.
You couldn't have had any idea, what a business it is, what a process of marketing it is. Has that changed your attitude towards hockey in any way?
Not really. It's always a game, to me at least. Money comes along with it, fame comes along with it, but when I step on the ice, I want to have fun and enjoy myself like I did years ago.
I have to say, I don't think I've ever talked to a guy who makes $6 million a year. What does it feel like to make $6 million a year?
Well, I never imagined that I would make that much money when I came to the pros back in '84.
Who's worth $6 million a year? Who's worth $2 million a year? Who's worth $1 million a year? How do you answer that? Are you worth $6 million a year?
Well, I think that's what the market offers right now. You know, Gretzky's making $3 million a year. I just signed a new deal that pays me close to $6 million a year. So, you know, that's what the market offers right now. I don't know if I'm worth it or not. It's up to you guys to decide.
And perhaps up to fate, and a factor neither Mario, management, nor the media can control, his health. 2 uncles have died of cancer. He lost a cousin to Hodgkin's disease. On January 11th this year, doctors told him a small lump on his neck was a malignancy, an early stage of Hodgkin's disease.
You know, it's been on my mind every day, and you know, it's all brand new to me. I just found out last Monday, so I'm sure as the week progresses, I'll be able to cope with it a little better.
What was the first thing you did when you got to work?
Well, first of all, I got in my car and tried to drive home, which was very difficult. I was crying all the time, and you know, didn't really know what to think at the time. I was just trying to get home, and first I was not going to tell Natalie for a couple days, but got home, saw Natalie, and started crying right away, and you know, didn't really know what to say. So it took me a good hour to tell Natalie that I had cancer.
Did you know at this time that you were going to be a father?
Yeah, and that was a concern of mine to tell Natalie at the time because she was 5 months pregnant. And but as soon as I saw her, you know, that was it. I started crying and couldn't stop crying for a long time.
So, you are a superstar. You discover a superstar doesn't necessarily mean Superman.
Well, I think it tells a lot from anybody that you're not Superman, and you can get hurt by different things in life, and certainly on the ice I have that image that you know, I am Superman, but off the ice sometimes things bring you back to reality pretty quick.
In 6 weeks of radiation therapy, he shook off cancer like he shakes off hockey goons.
Tonight will mark the return to the Civic Arena of center iceman Mario Lemieux as he comes.
There was one question on the minds of the Pittsburgh fans when he came back. Had the spirit suffered from the encounter with his mortality?
In the Penguins' last game after suffering a bad back. But tonight, all the emotion comes to the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh as Mario Lemieux comes back to play.
He has quickly recovered his form and his ambition.
My plans are to you know, break records in the future. Win championships, that's my priority.
But can you do that? I mean, can you live with the fact that maybe you can't go on breaking records? Maybe you're just going to become a kind of a good hockey player.
If I'm not healthy, if my back goes out, and I'm not able to perform to my standards, I'm going to retire. But as long as I'm healthy, as long as I can play the way I want, not be an average player, but be a great player, I'm going to stay in this game for a long time.
Although he missed a quarter of the season, he will win the league scoring title again this year. And, oh yes, Pittsburgh also wants the Stanley Cup again this year.